Picture this. You're driving to work, already late, already stressed. Then a small orange light blinks on your dashboard, the check engine light. Your stomach tightens. You know the fix might be simple, maybe $300, but you also know what's in your bank account, $40-something until payday. So you do what most people do. You turn up the music, you convince yourself it can wait. Weeks pass, the noise gets worse. Then one morning, the car dies on the road. Now you need a tow, $200. The small issue you ignored damages something bigger. Suddenly, the repair isn't $300 anymore, it's $2,000. You miss work, you lose income. That one problem snowballs into a full-blown financial emergency. That's not bad luck, that's math. My name is Donald, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time thinking about why earning money doesn't always translate into keeping money. If you feel like you're working harder every year but staying in the same place financially, this video is for you. Before we go deeper, take a second to subscribe. On this channel, I break down money in a way that actually makes sense. No hype, no fake promises. Just the real mechanics behind why money feels so tight for so many people, and how to slowly flip the situation in your favor. Today isn't about stocks, crypto, or get-rich-quick schemes. It's about something far more uncomfortable. It's about why being broke is expensive, shockingly expensive. Most financial advice starts with the wrong assumption. It tells you that wealth is about discipline and poverty is about bad habits. Stop buying coffee, cancel streaming, track every dollar. That advice sounds logical, but it ignores a brutal reality. When you don't have money, everything costs more. There's a concept that explains this perfectly. It's often called the Boots theory. The idea is simple. A person with money can afford quality. A person without money is forced to buy cheap. Cheap things break faster. That means replacing them over and over again. Over time, the person who couldn't afford quality ends up paying more for worse outcomes. This isn't philosophy, it's arithmetic. A person with cash buys one solid pair of boots that lasts years. A person without cash buys cheap boots every year. Same with phones, appliances, clothes, tools, even food. The poor option feels affordable today, but it quietly drains you tomorrow. And this shows up everywhere in modern life. Take groceries. If you have extra money, you buy in bulk. Lower cost per item, fewer trips, less stress. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you buy the smallest size possible because that's all you can afford today. The cost per unit is higher, but you don't have a choice. That higher price is the poverty premium. Banking makes it worse. If you have savings, banks reward you. If you're struggling, banks punish you. One small mistake, one forgotten subscription, one overdraft. Suddenly, you're paying massive fees for borrowing a tiny amount of money for a very short time. It's an interest rate no sane person would ever agree to, yet it happens every day. Credit works the same way. If you have good credit, borrowing is cheap. If you have bad credit, borrowing is brutal. High interest, predatory terms, endless payments. The people who can least afford mistakes are charged the most for them. Then there's psychology. This part matters more than most people realize. When money is tight, your brain changes. Studies show that financial stress reduces your ability to plan, focus, and think long-term. Your mental energy gets consumed by survival. That's why people under financial pressure make decisions that look irrational from the outside. It's not lack of intelligence, it's cognitive overload. Being broke doesn't just cost money, it costs clarity. Now look at cars. Someone with savings buys a reliable used vehicle with low interest or cash. It runs for years. Someone without savings buys whatever gets them approved. High interest, poor quality, frequent breakdowns, more repairs, more missed work, more stress. Over time, the cheaper car becomes the most expensive option. Housing might be the clearest example of all. Renting often costs more monthly than owning, yet ownership requires a down payment most renters can't save because rent consumes their income. So they stay trapped paying more for something they'll never own, while homeowners build equity and stability. Time is another hidden cost. Laundromats, long commutes, multiple bus rides, convenience fees. Everything takes longer when you don't have money, and time, once spent, is gone forever. So what's the way out? It's not trying to get rich overnight. It's not chasing the perfect investment. The real escape starts with one boring, powerful concept: a buffer. That first emergency fund, even a small one, it turns disasters into inconveniences. It lets you fix problems early instead of paying for them later. It allows you to stop renting stability and start owning it. Once you have a buffer, decisions change. You buy things to solve problems permanently, not temporarily. You focus on total cost, not monthly payments. You stop bleeding money from small, repeatable mistakes. The system doesn't benefit from you understanding this. Late fees, overdrafts, interest, replacements, they're built into business models. When you stop paying the poverty premium, you become less profitable to them and more powerful in your own life. The practical move is simple, but not easy. Identify where being broke is costing you the most: high interest debt, constant repairs, fees. Then direct all your effort towards eliminating that one pressure point. That's not deprivation, that's strategy. This journey isn't fair. Starting from zero is harder than starting from comfort. But once you see the math clearly, you stop blaming yourself and start targeting the system's pressure points. If this video helped you understand your money differently, share it with someone who's feeling stuck. These are conversations we don't have enough. And subscribe, because this channel exists to expose the traps, not sell dreams. This isn't financial advice. I'm just sharing what I'm learning about money.